Hello and welcome to the fifth race of the Stock Car World League. We're here at the Sawmill Raceway here in Vermont. Starting on pole is an unlikely person, and Gianni Marcello, after pulling off the biggest upset in the history of Stock Car World League's Season 2 so far. And on the outside of him will be Tristan Wilhoit in the 27 Martini car. So we're just going to get going as soon as possible. Here 42 car come rolling down to the start finish line to take the green flag here at Vermont. Here as they dive down into turn number 1. First road course race of the season. Here Wilhoit takes the lead, unsurprisingly. The rejected Ferrari driver gets passed by the Ferrari, the number 1 Ferrari here, as they head in out of those few complexes. Wilhoit leads, followed by Vita Bassa, Marcello, and Arndt battling with Finguy. That is second place in the points. Arndt looking around the outside of Finguy, can't do it. They will get spread out, and they'll get spread out quickly here. So you want to get out as fast as you can from the person. You're going to get out as fast as you can when the tires are fresh like this. Let me go back up top. Here as Wilhoit leads the way. The Bulgarian Khalif has fallen to the rear, 35th to be exact. Battling, I believe, was 34th. Khalif did not have a good qualifying session, as he's dropped even more positions. So hopefully he can rebound, and resume the points lead after this race. Here on lap 18, Arndt looking around the outside of the 92 car. Can't do it. That's the preferred line in that corner, because you get the next, when you're trying to pass, because you get the inside here on this giant sweeping corner, and Arndt will complete the pass. And now we'll go to try to pass the seemingly unpassable 37 car. Times have dropped off tremendously. They're now running in the 105s instead of 102s at the beginning of the race. So there's definitely going to be a lot of pit stops in this race. I forgot to report this, but Duncan had a problem with his tires and had to go pit in. One was going down, so they had to come in and get the tire and replace it, so they went a lap down. So far not looking good for William Duncan. Listening to Wilhoit's radio communications, the 27 car will start the green flag pit stops right now. Finguy follows. I'm wondering if anyone's following Finguy. The answer to that would be no. No one is following Finguy and Wilhoit. While that was happening, McLaren reliability strikes again. The 36 car would lose power and would come to a halt on the bottom of the sweeping corner. Tough break for the 36 car. So now 1-2 right now is the 1 of Vita Bassa, and second is the 13 of John Arndt trying to track down the 1 car. Third is still, and I don't know how he's holding all of these people off, but third is still Gianni Marcello. You gotta give a shout to him though. He's really been doing more with a lot less. Vita Bassa and Arndt would come in to pit, and so would Marcello. So this is the beginning of scheduled stops. Here as Lenora Energia would get back going again. So good job for and that's gonna cause Vita Bassa to be passed on the track by John Arndt. This is the problem with the track though. Why can't there be a concrete patch there? Christ. So now Arndt has passed the 1 car of Vita Bassa. So great job by Arndt to get by Vita Bassa. And tough break for Vita Bassa because he got front damage as well, which could be potential terminal damage. Will Hoyt and Finn Guy are on a different strategy that could potentially get them to win if it plays out into their hands. They are now 16 seconds in front of the 8 car of Dodd, and Will Hoyt has a sizable lead over Finn Guy. I'm pretty sure Duncan is feeling the effect of those old tires. So that's why he's been holding up Finn Guy for the past lap and a half. Finn Guy is now all over Will Hoyt. Will Hoyt has effectively used all of his tire. So Will Hoyt's running 104s and Finn Guy's running 103s, so you can imagine that's a pretty big chunk of a gap out of Will Hoyt's lead at each lap. Arndt is now in, so pit stops are starting soon. I'm not sure why he's in earlier than Finn Guy and Will Hoyt, but he's in earlier than Will Hoyt and Finn Guy. So can Vita Bassa beat Arndt out again? Or will the team spend their time trying to fix that damage? Looks like they're fixing that damage. And he is out and away. On exit, Will Hoyt had some issues when they were pitting, and Finn Guy is now the leader. So here they come back down pit road. Something's wrong with Dunn. No, he's just pitting. This is now the battle for the win. No one else has enough. Well, I mean, these are the only two that have enough fuel to make it. And I don't know if. Well, I know Griffin has enough fuel. I don't know about. I don't know about the 62 or 1 cars. I do know that Griffin has enough fuel. The 1 is not in sight, so it looks like he did not have enough fuel. And it looks like neither will the 62 car. Because the 37 car runs slower speed, the 37 does have enough fuel to make it the rest of the way. But he has to hold off one person, the person that took his spot at Ferrari, Gianpaolo Fini. Obviously, the times have really fallen off to 105s, so there will be a long amount of time before they even see each other on track for battle, but it will happen. Griffin is just going through his lap traffic like a hot knife through butter. I say that as he gets repassed by freaking Kyle Collins. Oh no! That's problems for the 62 car of Sean Angel. His engine has finally exploded. And Gianpaolo Fini has caught up to Marcello. Marcello will have to hold off Fini for the rest of the race. As Sean Angel's hopes of winning here at Sawmill go up in smoke. Literally. The number 41 wheelbox has finally found a way to unlap himself. Props to Kyle Collins for doing that and running away from the leader. That wheelbox really looks strong right now. Problems for Nicholas Lothario-Veen. He has also blown an engine. This is the first time we've ever been here, and this track gets really high RPMs. So that may be the reason why this is happening to people. Meanwhile, lap traffic buys the 37 car more and more time to stay away from that 3 car. But how long until the 3 car gets caught up to the 37? Apparently not long. Kel Boga, who has just gotten fresh tires, is now trying to get through and by his teammate, as Kel Boga has widened the gap between Fini and Marcello. I think Marcello actually gave his teammate the thumbs up for doing that. Great to see that 2 teammates at least have some chemistry. Here we go, final lap for Ryan Griffin. Can he win here at Sawmill? He has no one else in sight in his rearview mirror that is on his lap. Will his engine blow right here, right now? Here comes Ryan Griffin through the complex of turns. Into the final corner he goes, the reverse corkscrew. The hook, my mistake. Ryan Griffin will win here in Vermont. Meanwhile, the battle for second has heated up between Finney and Marcelo. Marcelo trying to hold him off, doing all he can, blocking. Marcelo's going to have to at least defend him on the outside. Marcelo trying to defend. Marcelo's going to go way down low, and that's going to be enough. Gianni Marcelo will finish second here at Sawmill. Everyone that's going by except for Finney. Finney is not pleased with Marcelo in the blocking, but Katsura is giving Marcelo the thumbs up. Good job type thing. We will now go to your finishing results.